students and welcome to Zenith Academy Online. My name is Shagufta Jaipuri and in this video lesson we'll be studying multiplying and dividing integers. I'll teach this topic in a very interesting way so that you never forget this concept again. We'll learn it with a trick. So let's go ahead and discover what that trick is. This module will understand the integer multiplication and division, how to multiply and divide the integers. Now, I hope you know what are integers. We did in our last lesson also. Integers are positive numbers, negative numbers and 0. Okay. So the full number line is integer, but the fractions and decimals are not integers. So here in this module we will understand how to multiply and divide the integers, and then we will do application of integer operations, that is we will do word problems of integer division and multiplication. So let's go ahead. So here is our trick. Please remember this, then you'll never do any mistake in integers. So here we will remember that a friend is represented by positive sign and enemy is represented by negative sign. So first case, plus into plus is equal to plus, means a friend of a friend is my friend. So the friend of a friend will also be my friend. Then friend of an enemy. So there's someone who's my enemy and his friend will be my enemy. So a friend of an enemy is my enemy. Therefore plus into minus gives minus. Now here the negative sign into positive sign gives negative sign. Means enemy of a friend is my enemy, right? So enemy of my friend will be my enemy. Enemy of an enemy, if I have an enemy, then the enemy of that enemy will be my friend. So enemy of an enemy will be my friend. Okay. So this way you will have to remember plus into plus is plus, plus into minus is minus, minus into plus is minus, and minus into minus is plus. Also you can remember it this way, when we multiply the same signs, you can see here these are the same signs. When we multiply the same signs we get positive, and when we multiply the different signs, here you can see plus into minus and minus into plus. So if we multiply the different signs, then we get a negative answer in both the cases, right? So same signs give a positive and different signs gives a negative. Now the same rule holds true for division also. So when we do division, I'll again explain you this. Let's do this first sum. Now suppose you are told to multiply 2 into 3. So if there are no signs, means it is positive 2 and this is also positive 3. So friend of a friend is my friend. So the sign will be positive and you just have to do the operation of multiplication seeing only the numbers. 2 into 3 is 6. Right? This is positive, whereas this is negative. So plus 2 into minus 3. Friend of my enemy is my enemy. So minus. Now just take the numbers 2 and 3 and multiply. So this is minus 6. Right? Now let's take minus 2 into 3. Now enemy of my friend is my enemy. Right? Now if I take minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 3, then enemy of my enemy is my friend. So plus 6. So same signs, when we multiply we get a positive answer, and when we multiply different signs we get a negative answer. Okay. Now let's do few more sums. 2 into 23. Okay. 2 into minus 23. So if there are no signs, it means this is a positive. So one positive and one negative means I will get a negative, because two different signs I should get a negative. Now 23 into 2 is minus 46. Now here minus into minus, minus into minus is plus, okay, negative into negative is positive. So now 20 into 4, 80. Now let's see here, there is no sign, means it is positive 3. So positive 3 into negative 1 means negative. Friend of an enemy is enemy, negative. Now 3 ones are 3. Now minus into minus, minus 5 into minus 6 or negative 5 into negative 6 is positive 30, right? Enemy of an enemy is my friend. Or you can learn it this way, same signs when multiply give positive. Now here also you can see there are no signs, so 5 is also positive, 200 is also positive, so you will get the answer in positive, same signs give positive. Now 200 into 5 is 1000. So I hope you have understood the multiplications of integers very well. Now one more thing I want to tell you here. When you multiply any integer, for example 15 with 0, you can take any integer and if you multiply it with 0, your answer will always be 0. If you take 10,000 into 0, then also your answer is 0. So you multiply any number with 0, the answer will be 0. So you can generalize this like this, a into 0 is always 0. One more thing I want to tell you, any integer multiplied with 1 will give you the same integer. Okay. For example, here you can see 121. I have taken any integer into 1 will give you the same integer, that is 121. So for multiplication of integers, you have to remember these laws, and if you multiply any integer with 0, it gives 0. If you multiply any integer with 1, the answer is the same integer. So if you remember these two things, the multiplication of integers is very, very easy. Now let's go ahead and learn division of integers. Now division of integers also follow the same rule and it is also very, very easy. Now see, plus divided by plus is plus, minus divided by minus is plus. Okay, so the same rule applies here. For example, if you take 30 divided by 5, okay, this is plus 30, this is plus 5. Okay, then plus divided by plus is plus. Okay, so 30 divided by 5 is 6. Right. Similarly, if you take minus 30 divided by minus 5. Okay, so anyways, if it is division, you can cancel this off, or simply minus and minus both are same sign, so you put plus. See, minus divided by minus is plus, so you can put plus and 6 here, right? Now if you are given 30 plus 30 divided by minus 5, okay, so one is plus and one is minus, one is positive, one is negative, so here negative will come, so the answer is negative 6. Okay. Actually, when you do this sum, plus 30, see, plus 30 upon minus 5 basically gives 6 upon minus 1, but you can write 6 upon minus 1 as minus 6. Why? See, you have to rationalize it. This is not in your portion, but I am explaining you how 6 upon minus 1 is equal to minus 6. See, in maths, it is a rule that in denominator you should not leave any number with negative. So what you do, you multiply and divide the numerator and the denominator with minus 1. Okay, so you multiply the numerator with minus 1, it becomes minus 6, and you multiply the denominator also with minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1. Minus into minus is plus. So the answer becomes minus 6 upon 1 or simply minus 6. So you don't have to worry whether your negative sign is in numerator or denominator. Okay, you just see that there is one positive and one negative. So the answer will be in negative, and just see the numbers. 30 divided by 5 is 6. You don't have to go so much into detail. I have just explained you so that you know that how come 6 upon minus 1 is also equal to minus 6. Similarly, if you have minus 30 upon 5, okay, so 5 is nothing but plus 5. So both the signs are different. So I will put a negative sign, and 30 divided by 5 is 6. So I will get a minus 6 as an answer. I hope you have understood the rules of division also very well. Now here also, if I take any number and divide by 0, then this answer is not defined. Okay, we don't do this, not defined. And if we take any number and divide it with 1, it gives the same answer. Okay, so any integer divided by 1 will give you the same integer. Any integer divided by 0 is not defined, but for simplicity you can write the answer as 0 also. But this is not defined. Division, one more thing you have to remember, that when you take any integer and divide it with the same integer, the answer is always 1. For example, if you take 2 and divide it by 2, the answer is 1. If you take 100 divided by 100, the answer is 1. So if you divide the integer with the same integer, the answer is 1. So you have to keep in mind these things for division. You have to keep in mind this. Then you have to keep in mind that a divided by 0 is not defined. And a divided by 1 is a itself. So let's go with the first question. So these are the different types of questions that can be asked. When multiplying the integers with the same signs, so when you are multiplying the two integers which are having the same sign, the answer will be, see, friend of a friend is a friend, an enemy of an enemy is also a friend. So when you multiply two positive signs, we already know that it gives a positive, and when you multiply two negative signs, it will also give you a positive. So answer here is positive. Now next question, when dividing with the same signs, the answer will be, now here also we follow the same rule. Now since there are same signs, the answer will always be positive. Let's look at another question. When multiplying the integers with different signs, okay, now different signs, then the answer is, yes, negative. So the answer here is negative. When dividing integers with different signs, the answer will be, now here also this is same, multiplying and division is same. So again, if there is a different sign, the answer will be negative. So this is the correct answer. Now we are doing some word problems, that is the applications of multiplication and division of integers. So let's look at the first problem. From sea level, a submarine descends 40 feet per minute. Means every minute the submarine is descending 40 feet. Where is the submarine in relation to the sea level 5 minutes after it starts descending? That is, if this is the sea level and right now suppose the submarine is here. Okay. In 1 minute, how much it descends? In 1 minute, it descends 40 feet. Okay. Now, since it is going down, this will be minus 40. Right. Now, it is asking in 5 minutes where it will be. Right. So, in 1 minute, it is 40 feet down. In another 1 minute, more 40 feet. So, if you take for 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In 5 minutes, where the submarine will be? They are asking the location. So from this, you clearly know that it is a sum of multiplication. So you will do minus 40 into 5. Okay. So there is a multiplication. This is negative sign and this is positive sign since no sign is given. So when you are multiplying two different signs, okay, the answer will be in negative. And then just take the number 40 into 5. So it will be minus 200 feet. Now you have to be very careful. This minus sign indicates that it is below the sea level. So the answer would be either minus 200 feet or it will be 200 feet below sea level. Below sea level. So when you are writing below sea level in the answer, you need not mention minus. But if you are not mentioning below sea level, then your answer is minus 200 feet. Let's go ahead and see the next question. 4 college roommates rented an apartment together. Okay, so there are 4 friends, they have rented an apartment together. When they moved out, they were charged $1,500 for damages to the carpet and walls. The roommates agreed to equally share the cost. Obviously, if there are 4, they will share the cost. What integer represents how much each person will have to pay? Now, you know that they have to divide this amount between 4 of them. So, it is clearly a sum of division. So, 1500 divided by 4. So, each one will have to pay 1500 divided by 4. It is 4 3s are 12, 4 7s are 28, carry over 4 5s are 20. So they have to pay $375 each. Okay, so this answer is in positive, but they have asked what integer represents how much each person will have to pay. So since this money, since they have lost this money, they are giving away this money, so the integer that will represent is minus 375. Okay, because this money they are giving away, so this is minus. Right, so you have to read the question very carefully. If they have asked what integer represents, then you have to write minus 375 because this is loss. So whenever you are representing gain of money, you will do plus. Whenever you are representing loss of money, you will do minus. So here basically it will be minus 1500 upon 4, which will be minus 375. Okay, and if you are just asked that how much each one of them will pay, then the answer will be in positive. Now next question. The price of one share of stock fell $4 each day for 8 days. Means in one single day the price is falling by $4 for 8 days. How much value did one share of the stock lose after 8 days? In one day, how much is it losing? In one day it is losing $4. Right, so in 8 days how much it will lose? 8 into 4, so there will be a loss of $32. So when you want to show it in integers, so there can be 2 different answers. Be very careful. So you will have to say now the new cost is $32 less, right, because each day it has fallen to $4. Okay, so when you multiply, it has to be minus 4. So this is the total that has been lost. So you can write $32 less, or you can say minus $32, because every day it has lost $4. So 8 into minus 4 is minus $32. Okay, so you have to read the question very carefully what they have asked. So total how much it has lost? It has lost $32. So in integer form, if you want to say, you will say minus 32 because it has lost, right? Now, Emma was walking down a rocky path. For 4 minutes, the elevation dropped at the same rate. So she is walking down a rocky path, and for 4 minutes, okay, the elevation dropped at the same rate. That at every minute it fall at the same rate. Altogether, it dropped 8 feet. What was the change in elevation each minute? So, if this is a hill, Emma is here, she is walking down. Okay. So, for every minute they have asked how much is the fall, right? But they have said that total was how much she travelled, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And for every time it was constant. So, you can take it as x, that every time it fall with the same amount, with the same rate. and together it dropped 8 feet. It is clearly a word problem or clearly an application of division of integers. So you will take 8 feet and divide by 4. And since it is going down, so this 8 will be in negative. So it will be minus 2. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8. So it will be minus 2 feet, or if you want to say, you can say that the change in elevation each minute is 2 feet. So you can say 2 feet down. Or you can say the decrease in elevation is 2 feet. Okay, so either you say these words decrease in elevation or it is 2 feet down, or directly mention it with a negative sign to show that it is going down. A test has 20 questions. The test awards 3 points if the answer is correct. So for every correct answer, 3 points. Now, and takes away 1 point if the answer is incorrect. So for every incorrect answer, the marks allotted is -1 because it is taking away. A student answers 5 questions incorrectly. Okay, so he's answered 5 questions wrong, incorrect. How many points did the student lose? So now be very careful, read the question very carefully. They have only asked how many points did the student lose. So we don't have to bother how many questions were there. We don't have to bother how many marks are there for correct answer. We are only looking for how many points did the student lose. So you can see 1 point is taken away if there is a incorrect answer, right? So for one incorrect answer, the student gets -1, right? But there are 5 questions that he has answered incorrectly. So for 5 incorrect answers, he will get 5 into -1. So the answer is -5. So the student loses how much? 5 points. And if you answer in integers, the answer is only -5. And if you say the student loses, then you can say student loses 5 marks. So the key is you associate terms like lose, okay, or decrease, and you can use positive with it. So it means the same as negative of that number. So you have to mention both the answers. And if it is a multiple choice question, if the answer is given -5 and +5, then you will select -5, because with +5 nothing is written, okay, that it has lost or it has decreased. So children, these are the 7 questions, assignment questions for you. Please solve these questions and write the answer in the comment box, and I'll be ready to assist you in your answer. I'll check your answer and let you know the correct answers. So this was all about division and multiplication of integers. In our next video lesson, we'll be doing mixed sums on addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, and we'll learn BODMAS rule so that you can solve any sum on integers where addition, multiplication, subtraction, division all comes together along with the brackets. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel and tap on the bell icon to receive the notifications of our next video. Share these videos with all of your friends. If you have liked the video, give it a thumbs up, write in the comment box, and keep the learning on. Thank you and have a great day ahead.